It is September 5th of 2023, which can only mean one thing. It's Lightning McQueen's birthday, so happy birthday, Lightning McQueen, and welcome on back to the Cars Garage, everyone. Very exciting day today, because of course I had this brand new factory custom of everyone's favorite race car to review to you guys. I may just be the first one on all of YouTube to review this new factory custom diecast. I don't think I've seen any other videos for it, so that's pretty cool. Anyways, though, this McQueen, I don't exactly know what to call him because the factory customizers never really gave him a real name or anything. I don't even know what they call him. Something in Japanese translated horribly into English. So we're not even going to go there. I decided that his name is going to be Flame Job Lightning McQueen because, of course, I mean, look at all these flames he has on him. What else could I possibly name him, anyways? I mean, 95 McQueen, White Walls Lightning McQueen, Metallic Lightning McQueen. Like, nah, that's boring. Let's do something cool and unique. Let's call him Flame Job Lightning McQueen. I think that fits him very nicely. At first, I thought this was like supposed to be pinstriping Lightning McQueen, which is a weird alternate paint job that McQueen has, and he did have, anyways, back in the day on weird, obscure pieces of merchandise that I don't think Mattel would make, but other companies would make. I don't know why Pixar ever created the artwork, if they did, or who created it, I don't know. I'll show you guys a picture of it on the screen, though. That's what I thought this was originally, but then I looked closer and I realized it is metallic, but no, this is a completely different paint job of McQueen, with flames, of course, and the number 95. The pinstriping one does not have any of that. It just has, well, pinstripes, of course. This McQueen paint job is actually based off the one that Tomica did way back in the day, I think when they first started making cars die-cast, I don't know, maybe around 2010, sometime over a decade ago, I'd assume. Been a long time, at least. I don't know exactly how long. But they created this design for McQueen. They may have given him an artwork. I'm not sure. If they did, I'll put it on the screen. But yeah, it's just very obscure looking, but very awesome looking at the same time. I don't know why they created it. They just kind of wanted to make their own McQueen, I guess, just to set themselves apart from the other brands like Mattel. I mean, there's really only one other brand. And I think that's a good move. I wish that was something that Mattel would do more often, but they never seem to like to make their own original cars, their own original paint jobs and stuff like that. They just like to make what Pixar has already created for them, because that's obviously much easier, I guess. But this definitely looks awesome, and I can't wait to dive right into it today. So without any further ado, let's get these other McQueens out of here, who are also celebrating Lightning McQueen Day. Also, before we begin, I want to show you this other cool McQueen factory custom I picked up. This is like, I don't really know what to call it either. I guess the Dynaco Fabulous McQueen we'll probably end up calling it. It is from the alternate, not really cancelled scene, but the alternate scene from the ending of Cars 3, where McQueen actually gets the Dynaco sponsorship and races with it. And, he still has a fabulous paint job, but it's also mixed in with some Dynaco look. So it's pretty cool. Can't wait to review that one coming soon as well. This one I had to prioritize because I think it just looks more like Lightning McQueen. I mean, that one's all blue and everything, and this looks more like Fabulous McQueen. I think this is a better way to celebrate the Lightning McQueen Day, of course. Also, if you don't know, that would mean today Lightning McQueen is 40 years old, because apparently he was born in 1983. Of course, it is now 2023, so subtract 2023 by 1983. What do you get? 40. So Lightning McQueen is 40 years old. That is quite the milestone, McQueen. I love this paint job, though. Very cool. Beautiful metallic color all over. Very cool, like yellowish, bronzish, kind of like goldish, a lot of ishes for that cool flame color that he has. I don't even know what color that is. Just like a gold, I guess, but not really like a metallic gold, which honestly would have been cool. I think this is more accurate to how the one Tomica made is. I mean, that is what that is what this is. They just take the decals off the Tomica one and slap it onto a Mattel casting. That is exactly what they do, these factory customizers. So it is very much a bootleg diecast, but I mean, when Mattel doesn't make anything exciting, which they have, but it just never seems to come where I live in Canada, so, you have to make do with what you got, and, sometimes venture out and get the more obscure pieces of Cars merchandise, if, you still want to collect and everything, which I certainly do. I love this very cool paint job, though. It just screams early 2000s Cars merchandise to me. It really reminds me of the Pinstripe McQueen. I absolutely love it. Cool 95 decal on the hood, slanted, of course. Not slanted on the side, though, it's just straight. Really cool flames all over the sides and the hood, and even the top as well. Look at that. Even got some up there. His roof flaps are still there. It is the same as the Chinese-made Lightning McQueen mold, the casting, whatever you want to call it. That part is the same. The different part is obviously the paint job, even the wheels, and the decals, of course. Now, these wheels are not my favorite. I don't think they were really painted on all that well. The white walls kind of like leaking on. This one is especially bad back here. The rims don't look too good, to be honest, but that's really my only complaint with this car. Would probably have to be the wheels. It just looks like maybe they could have used a second coat, or possibly a brighter shade of red. Maybe metallic red paint, like this same paint here, but on the rims would look cool. You can kind of see like the black coming through, so I don't know how well that'll hold up over time. Probably not too good. It'll probably all fade off. But I'll just paint some more paint on there and make it look good as new again. Why not? The white wall part doesn't look too bad. Except for this one. This one's kind of like smearing. But oh well. Still, nonetheless, it is just a factory custom. It is a fake after all. But I think overall, the factory customizers do a pretty good job with their quality control. Now, I note that the headlights don't have the 95 decal on them. That is something that they changed. Or maybe they just took it right off the Tomica one. That's probably what they did. I don't think they scraped the decal off themselves. That would be hard to believe. Or maybe they took it off a different McQueen that doesn't have the 95 on there, because that would look kind of weird if you had the yellow and orange look on that 95, then not on that one. I'm glad they didn't do that. Also glad that he's a complete unibody. No plastic milk plate, and no plastic eye plate. Nice and smooth windshield. Very nice. I prefer that most oftentimes, but I guess if you're going to make a Thailand car, might as well do it with the plastic eye plate, because most oftentimes it does end up looking better and less blurry. But on Chinese cars, it looks better. Just have it all metal. They even painted the teeth. Look at that. Very nice. Didn't paint the inside of his mouth, just left it the rest of the red metallic color. But I mean, the inside of his mouth should be red for his tongue, so I guess that makes sense. Got his little lightning bolt stickers there. There's his Lightning McQueen autograph way up there. Ooh, that one looks like it was applied kind of weirdly. That's what I'm talking about, quality control. It's not always the best on the factory customs, but then again, it's not always the best on official Mattel diecast either. Like, look at that. The E and the N is just gone. Just not there. Didn't feel like showing up to work today, I guess. But it is on this side, I think. Yeah, look at that. That's nice. But this side's got a chip on it. Come on. If anything, that would have been... I wish the chip was on the other side. Oh well. The windows look good. I don't know why. They look a bit cheaper, maybe, like when compared to the windows, let's see, on an official Mattel McQueen. I guess not. I don't know. The plastic looks a bit weird to me. Maybe it's just the red doesn't look as vibrant, but I guess they darkened it up to match the metallic red on this McQueen. So I guess that's actually nice. It's a nice touch. I really like this design that he has. Very cool. Very nostalgic, and honestly, I've really never grew up with this design. It's not like they had them all over the place or anything, but for some reason it just feels nostalgic to me. Got his taillights on the back, but nothing else. Just left it blank, which is okay. Usually, that's how these factory customs are. If you can't see it from the front, don't bother doing it. I'm surprised they even put the head or the taillights on. Nice that they did, though. They didn't bother painting in the parts to hold up the spoiler either. I don't know what those are called. A little unfortunate, but not that big of a deal by any means. There's a look at the base. Zoom it out so you can see it a little bit more. Not much going on down here. It says made in China. Some weird little number there. Like, look at all the pieces of paint just on the tires. That is kind of unfortunate. But overall, not too bad with the quality control. Black base, which is, I guess, what McQueen normally has, right? Yeah, or no, I guess normally he has a gray base. So that is different from the official Mattel diecast. Kind of cool. Change it up. Looks better, honestly. More accurate to how it probably should be. No holes to tow, or for Maynard to tow him with. I'm so used to saying, hey, look at the two holes on the base whenever I review a McQueen now. So that's usually how Thailand McQueens are, but not on these factory custom McQueens. Because obviously they still use the Chinese castings, of course, which is, I think, better. It's more of it. I mean, it's a unibody, which is always better in my opinion. More metal, which just equals a better, more hardy looking die cast. But now it's time to compare him to some other factory custom Lightning McQueens. Here is the one that was actually meant to be for Lightning McQueen Day. I think maybe the 2021 version or the 2022 version. I think this one was 2021, yeah. This is the Golden McQueen, very cool. I reviewed him. This is actually the most recent factory custom I reviewed on the channel. This one just has the Cars 3 decals for the most part, but all like fully golden and everything. Once again, this is one that Tomica made, and then the factory customizers decided to make as well. Very cool. Same casting, same mold, just a different paint job, obviously, very different. I love that decal on the front. It has 15 stars. This is meant, yeah, this is from 2021, because this is meant to be the 15th anniversary of Lightning McQueen. Very cool, but it's also for Lightning McQueen Day. It's kind of like celebrating two things at once. Kind of cool. Then, who else do we have? I know I have some more factory custom McQueens. Here is the 2022 Lightning McQueen Day 1. At least I think that's what it was for. Either way, it's the Japanese Cherry Blossom McQueen, as I like to call it, and everyone seems to call it. Once again, doesn't really have an official name. That's kind of what you do with these factory customs. Just kind of have to give them their own names to differentiate them, which is kind of cool, actually. Because sometimes Mattel doesn't even differentiate the names when it's like an alternate version of a car. Sometimes they just put on the package just the same name that they already go by. They don't even change it. Like Miles Axelrod. They didn't even say Miles Axelrod with microphone, you know? So, not too bad of an idea. Give us collectors the chance to name these cars. Pretty cool. And then I don't want to show this guy too much because I haven't reviewed him yet. But here is the canceled, fabulous Dynaco Lightning McQueen. I'm not too happy with the back of him, though. It's funny because they didn't do the taillights on this guy, but they did paint these things right here. These little gray things to hold the spoiler on, so kind of weird how they did that. It's like one or the other. What one are you going to take? I think I'll take the spoiler things. Alright, your choice. I would have preferred the taillights painted, but whatever. And then might as well compare him to a normal Lightning McQueen. This is the one from Thailand, of course, but he has a plastic eye plate. Slightly different expression. Actually, no, it's like the same mold. But actually, yeah, it is a different expression. Look at that. Highlight is lifted up on the right side here. This side it's lifted up on the left side. Interesting. I didn't even realize. I mean, I think the Chinese ones isn't like this either, so I guess this is just the paint job that the Tomica one has. I'm not sure. I don't have that Tomica, whatever you call it. What did I call it now? Flame job Lightning McQueen? Yeah, that's what I called it. I don't have that one. I actually don't have a single Tomica diecast. They just don't really interest me. I don't know. I mean, they don't sell them here, obviously, in Canada, so it's just not really something that I would be interested in getting, but maybe one day. Here is another McQueen I wanted to compare him to, just for the sake of, like, comparing the colors. This is the Christmas Cruiser Lightning McQueen. I mean, no, the Holiday Hotshot McQueen, sorry. But I just wanted to compare the colors, because they are both metallic red, of course. I actually kind of like this one better. I mean, this one is more reflective. This is from Thailand, by the way. This is from China, obviously. But, yeah, I kind of like this one better. It's more like a race red metallic, which is something cool. And while we're at it, comparing McQueens, here is the Rusty's McQueen, or the Rusty's Racing Center McQueen from Cars 3, Chinese version, just to compare the metallic colors. This one definitely looks to be more similar, maybe because it's both made in China. I don't think that really matters, though. I think they just used the paint from the Tomica one on this one, so it makes sense. And I guess I'll compare all the McQueens. Why not? Here's the DK exclusive Hudson Hornet Piston Cup McQueen. This one is definitely the most similar. Yeah, look at that. They definitely have almost the same exact color. Still, a little bit brighter on this one. I gotta say, kind of like it more. It's very cool. It's like different on different angles. It almost appears to be like a different color. So cool. Definitely, without a doubt, one of my favorite Lightning McQueen factory customs they made so far. If not my favorite. I mean, the only other one I'd probably like more is this one, but honestly, I don't know. I think like McQueen just always looks better in red. But that is more of a preference kind of thing. You know, I think he looks good in any color they put him in. Even white, even as obscure as that kind of looks, it still looks good. McQueen just rocks any color he's in. Anyways, let me know down below, will you guys be getting this Flame Job Lightning McQueen diecast? And what did you do to celebrate Lightning McQueen's birthday? Pretty big milestone, 40 years old. It's pretty old now, so let me know down below, what did you do to celebrate? Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time on the Cars Garage.